Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a poetry analysis test, and before we do that, we're going to do a brief practice as our warm up. So I'm going to walk you through this. You guys are going to kind of do it with me. Um, so you guys have a worksheet in front of you that looks like this. I just have a digital version of it in front of me. So on this first section, you are literally just going to go through and pick words in this upper box and put whatever makes the most sense in each blank. So I'm actually not going to do this one with you because there's no right answer for this one, except for it does have to make a little bit of sense. So go ahead and pause this video and go through and do this section right now. You may use more than one, the words more than once. Okay, guys, so that's mine. I just finished it. I actually don't know what the original poem was, so you can compare yours to mine and see how similar we were on that. Okay, we're going to move on down to the palindrome poetry. So this means that it can be read from top to bottom and then bottom to top and still make sense. So we're going to read this next poem top to bottom and then bottom to top. And it actually goes down, and then we'll go to the next page, and then we'll come back up here and then down to here, and then we'll go in reverse. Refugees, they have no need of our help, so do not tell me these haggard faces could belong to you or me. Should life have dealt a different hand? We need to see them for who they really are, chancers and scroungers, layabouts and loungers. Build a wall to keep them out. It is not okay to say, these are people just like us. A place should only belong to those who are born there. With bombs up their sleeves, cutthroats and thieves, they are not welcome here. We should make them go back to where they came from. They cannot share our food, share our homes, share our countries. Instead, let us do not be so stupid to think that the world can be looked at another way. Okay, so now we're going to go in reverse order. So we're going to start with the bottom of the poem. The world can be looked at another way. Do not be so stupid to think that Think that. Instead, let us share our country, share our home, share our food. They cannot go back to where they came from. We should make them welcome here. They are not cutthroats and thieves with bombs up their sleeves. A place should only belong to those who were born there. These are people just like us. It is not okay to say build a wall to keep them out. Layabouts and loungers, chancers and scroungers. We need to see them for who they really are. Should life have dealt a different hand? These haggard faces could belong to you or me, so do not tell me they have no need of our help. Refugees. So if you guys look at that, it has a really different meaning when you read it the first way as opposed to when you read it the second way. So which way do you like better? Which way do you think the author really meant it? We're going to look at a second example of this backwards poetry. And then you guys are actually going to write your own before we take our poetry test. Refugee by Jason Fotso. Turn away the refugees. We will not open up our homes and hearts for children, close our doors on the weak. Only fear behind our love can put strength in our hands. We cannot let them bleed into our nation. They share the blood of our enemy. Our own are endangered by the refugees. We have forgotten the words that the Statue of Liberty shines in this darkest hour. Terror stands stronger than our people of power. This fear conquers the home of the brave. Okay, I'm going to read it backwards for you guys now. The home of the brave conquers fear. This power of our people stands stronger than terror. In this darkest hour, the Statue of Liberty shines. The words that we have forgotten, The refugees are endangered by our own enemy. They share the blood of our nation. We cannot let them bleed into our hands. Strength in our love can put our fear behind. Only the weak close our doors on children, for our homes and hearts open up. We will not turn away the refugees. I really like these poems because I think that they help you look at things from two different perspectives. So there's a lot of controversy surrounding refugees, and I think these poems really show the two different ways that you can look at things. Um, so you guys are actually going to imitate this style of poetry now, and you can kind of see that the line styles are really short. Look, there's only one word on this line, so you guys won't be writing like super long poems. So try and write something I want you to write something that can be read forwards one way and backwards another way. But don't spend too much time on this, because if you do, then we will be, because we are taking a test right after this. So this should take you guys maybe about like 10, no more than 15 minutes. I'll give you guys a warning when you should be starting your test. Okay. Um, when it's the absolute latest to start your test. So go ahead and pause this video now and start working on your poetry. You can play this again when you finish, and I'll actually start going over the poetry analysis test with you. So when you finish this, go ahead and go up, and when you finish writing your poem, go up and grab the poetry test, because I'm going to keep explaining it in this same video with you. So here's the poetry analysis test. You guys are going to start out by just matching terms to definitions. And I know that you guys haven't learned all of these terms. The terms that you haven't learned, that's actually for a 4. So those are for the people who know some of those other terms and do want to go for the 4. If you just know the ones that we've been learning and going over in class, that's perfect. Remember, that's all you need to know to get a 3, and a 3 is a good grade. So if you know all of those, great job, you did it. That's your 3, okay? So first section is just matching, just match the definitions. With these, you can do the ones that you know first, and then process of elimination. If there's one you don't know, use that to get the term that we haven't learned yet. This one should help you. The only one that I think we haven't gone over up here is hyperbole, and this actually should help you out with that, because it's got the definition of it right there. So do your best on this one. I know we haven't gone over hyperbole too much. I think we briefly went over it in the Outsiders. Like I said, that's a 4-level question. So don't stress out if you're not getting that hyperbole, okay? I made it as easy for you as possible. I literally gave you the definition on this second section. So you're analyzing the poem here. Read through it a couple times. It is a pretty hard poem. Read through those questions. Read through this poem a couple times. Go through those questions, and you're going to do an analysis. While you're reading it, be thinking about how that relates to a long walk to water. Really quick, I want you guys to write in right here, SREE. So you're writing a 6-sentence paragraph. So remember, in a 6-sentence paragraph, I want you to write an SREE and then do another EE on the end. So write your regular SREE and then example, elaborate again. So that's how you can just very easily get to a 6-sentence paragraph. And then down here at the very bottom, we've got some optional questions down here. You don't have to answer these if you run out of time. They actually aren't going to count against your score. These are just for practice to show me that you can do similes, metaphors, alliteration, and hyperbole. Hyperbole, once again, I know we didn't go over that a ton. I think we only did it like one day during the Outsiders. If you still have any questions about the test, feel free to ask me because this is going on your grade as an assessment score. However, we are going to be taking a second poetry analysis test before the end of this unit is up. And if you do poorly on this test, the second poetry analysis test, if you do better, will replace this score. Okay? So if you're still confused about this, go ahead and get started on your poetry analysis test. And if you're still confused about it, please come ask me any questions that you have. Okay? When you finish the test, work on your diary project.